Well, give me an idea. Who is it that really wants you to fight Alexey Oleynik? I mean, is it something that you're like, we got to put this thing back together? Or?
Yeah, man, it's me, man. Excuse me, let me turn this off. I just feel like, it's my time to take the next step in my career. I've been in the UFC for what'll be 6 years in November, so I feel like now's my time. I'm hitting my prime, my peak, and it's a good test for me and good welcome to the rest of the world to say, hey, man, I'm here.
Is this something you know about? I mean, you guys trained a little bit together, right? Is this something that you know that you can?
My secrets, but nah, it's it's just one of those things, man. Alexey is a formidable opponent. He's done a lot in this sport. He's well respected, so and he has my respect, And like you said, we're friends, and he's just kind of in the way. You know what I mean? I wouldn't fight him if I didn't have to, but just the way the cards and the chips fell, man, it's perfect. So. That's what I wanted.
Nice. Talk to me about that last performance, man. I mean, you've had some ups and downs, right? You struggled to consistency. That was incredible, right? How much did that mean to you personally to go out there and do something like that?
It meant everything because it was exactly how I envisioned it. It's kind of what I spoke into the atmosphere. I wanted to go in there and dominate. I felt like, giving that kid any time to get comfortable in the octagon would have been a mistake on my part. And I also wanted to show the UFC brass that, he don't belong in here with me, and, I got to let them know that. So that's what we went in there and did.
You look at this matchup, I mean, it might be a stretch to compare him to Verdum, but I mean, they have submission games, right? So, I mean, if people say, well, that didn't go so well for you, what would you say to those people?
I would say to those people, I fought Fabricio Verdum on 45 minutes notice, like a beast. And I also will say I was not prepared for that fight, but I've been preparing for Alexey for the better part of 2 or 3 years, if you really want to be honest. And we were in camp for literally 15 weeks. That's how I looked at it, because I fought Sergey. It changed 4 weeks out, so technically we just kept training for Alexey. So, I'm more than prepared for this, and I think they're gonna be pleasantly surprised if it does get into that situation. But we ain't gonna let it go there.
Nice. Last thing for me, this is a co-main event, but there's a couple other heavyweights on the card that seem to be getting a lot of attention. I'm just curious, what do you think about the match between those two guys, and whether they deserve it, whether either they're on your radar, maybe they're stealing your shine? What do you think?
Nah, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. I go in there and I let my skills do the talking. People gonna say what they want to say. People got certain hypes around them because of things that happened in their past, man. I fly under the radar, but I promise you, in 2020, y'all gonna see me. You're gonna feel me for real. So, I let those things play out on their own. I let the UFC make those decisions, and I fight whoever they put in front of me.
Alexey talked about possibly, at one point, training with you again after this fight. Has he discussed that with you at all?
No, I hadn't really talked to him about it. I hadn't spoken to him since I made the gym change from Top Team. But like I said, man, I love training with Alexey. We had a great training relationship. I would help him with his striking, he'd help me with my grappling. So it kind of worked out, man. And we just had that, kind of bond. That was a language barrier, of course, but when you're training, those things kind of don't even matter. That brings you together when you're on the mat. So. I have my utmost respect for him, but I got a job to do Saturday night. So all that stuff will be pushed aside. We can go have a beer, we can roll and do all that after the fact. But I'm here, with a job to do.
And obviously, things got a little derailed for you with the USADA issue, and you said back in May you were going to sue the supplement company. Seeing as how Yoel Romero got that huge settlement, how is that going along?
I talked to Yoel, and it's made me go from adamant about it to this will get done before this year's over with. You feel me? I saw that settlement and I hit him up right away. Really? That's what we doing now? He laughed about it. He's like, your turn. Just stay focused. Because he knows me, he knows my character, and I think the UFC does as well. So it's something that I'm not concerned about the money. It's my reputation and my character that's on the line. And I've been clean. I've been doing this thing for so long the right way, and for something like that to happen to me at this stage of my career, I'm like, man, come on now.
So then you just donate the $21 million to charity because it's not really about the money?
No, Bill Gates yet. Bill Gates can do that. He can donate charitable contributions and all that. I'm gonna donate a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Bro. We gonna, my coach got some visions and goals, what I'm saying, and we're gonna do some things together, man. We trying to make this thing big for Alabama, so that money's gonna go to a good cause to build our state, build MMA, and keep doing what we're doing. Of course, I'm gonna keep fighting when the settlement check hit, but I'm gonna be fighting with a whole lot of back ends. It's gonna be Gucci everything. All right, you know what I'm saying? So.
But you're gonna cover Alexey's beer when you guys are done fighting.
For sure, I got the tab. For sure. No, that's my, I'm gonna look out for him for sure.
How's it been dealing with, like, I guess the social media blowback surrounding that whole ordeal?
Man, it's crazy because some guys, what I call casuals, they don't really know. They hadn't read the articles. They hadn't done any research on it. They hadn't heard Jeff speak out about it and stand up for me or anything like that. So they just like, I've been getting the little needle syringes on comments and stuff, and I'm like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? But then there's like people who really know me and who really follow me, and they come back, and they jump on the case for me, so I don't really have to do a lot of back and forth on social media. I just try to keep my page positive, keep my energy, and everything around me positive, man. We don't worry about the past. We just keep pushing forward.
And I guess considering when you guys used to train together, how much different are you from that time?
Man,
and
light years,
you have a lot of new tricks.
Light years, bro. Like I made a comment yesterday to somebody. The guy that I was when I was training with Alexey. Man, I would smoke that dude today. Like, it's not even close. I would embarrass that guy. And I was what I would consider to be pretty good back then. So at the end of the day, that was then, this is now. And I hope he's ready, man. I'm telling you, we got some tricks up our sleeves. But like I said, we're going to follow him where we want him to go and make him fight how we want to fight and see how he handles it. Everybody's like, oh, he does this, he does that. But what about what I do? You know what I mean? What about my skill set? That's how I look at it. I ain't worried about that one, special choke. I've trained with it. We worked on it. I got one of the best jiu-jitsu coaches, best head coaches in the game. So I'm more than prepared, man, for sure.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, Walt.
Thank you, guys.